Alrighty folks, welcome to Satoo's YouTube channel. Today we are introducing you to the Venom Vault. The Venom Vault is going to be a mini-series that we are bringing to you that is all things venomous. Could be venomous snakes, could be venomous lizards, could be bugs that are venomous. Whatever it is, all things venomous will be here in this series. It's going to be really cool. We're going to have a bunch of different episodes covering anything from the actual animals that we have to anti-venom, to laws, to anything that has to do with venomous animals or creatures in general. We are bringing it to you in some exciting episodes. It's going to be super educational, really interesting, and very exciting. Without any further ado, we are here on episode 1, so let's get to it. Okay, so episode 1 of the Venom Vault. We are going to focus on the Indian cobra, also called the spectacle cobra. And it's called the spectacle cobra because on the back of the hood, they have a really cool pattern that kind of looks like a spectacle. They are found throughout India, and it's a pretty commonly encountered snake. Oftentimes over there, when they receive a call about a snake in a house or in a village, a snake rescue call, it is sometimes these Indian cobras. And the reason this happens is not because they like people by any means. It's just that when there's a lot of people and a high population of humans, this is a lot of food, a lot of trash, which attracts their primary prey source, which is rodents, rats and mice. And that's what brings snakes into these areas where that have a lot of people. And this is kind of true for a lot of snakes throughout the world. And that's where they get those calls. And unfortunately, in these scenarios, there are some bites from these snakes. This is a very toxic snake. They have what is primarily a neurotoxic venom. When it comes to snake venoms, easy, buddy. When it comes to snake venoms, all snakes typically will have a primary toxin in their venom and then a couple of secondaries. This is a primarily neurotoxic snake. Now, a neurotoxic venom, really what it does is it attacks your nervous system, and it kind of causes chaos and miscommunication between the nerves and the muscles. So what would ultimately happen if you're bitten by this snake without treatment is your muscles become actually paralyzed, and your diaphragm has the inability to kind of keep working in and out. Sometimes when people are bitten by a snake that has primarily neurotoxin, they put them on a ventilator so that machine can kind of assist your breathing while the antivenom fights off the venom, which is actually awesome in that way because it is a pretty toxic snake. Now, these guys were kind of made famous in India, whether you know snakes or not, or you like snakes or not. These are infamous because of street performers. You know, what you'll see in India is the guys on the side of the road, they've got their basket, they've got their flute, they lift the basket up, they play a tune, snake pops up, boom, starts going back and forth. The secret is kind of out. The snakes they're not dancing, they're not listening to music. They actually don't have external ears. They don't really hear much. What they are doing is following the motion of that flute that street performer has going back and forth. And usually at the end of these flutes, they have kind of a wider, kind of ball-like structure so the snake can focus on it. They are very in tune to movement. All snakes are, but especially cobras. So you'll see him always going back and forth, and it keeps that snake's attention. It kind of makes for kind of a cool sideshow over there in India, but it's not dancing and music whatsoever. And again, these guys are commonly seen, and unfortunately, they are responsible for a good amount of bites over in India. But again, with the proper treatment, most bites do end up in everyone surviving. But it's not a snake to joke with, not a snake to mess with. Highly toxic, but a beautiful animal. They can get a lot bigger than this. They'll get 5, maybe 6 feet long. And that head and that hood actually is really cool. As they get bigger, they can hood up, 2-3 feet high, have that big wide hood. Very intimidating snake. They'll also breathe very heavy and huff and puff, which is a good thing. Because when it comes to venomous snakes, their venom is not used for people. This is for their prey. They want to, subdue their prey. And even the venom helps digest that animal before it even is ingested, which is pretty cool. But they need to save their venom. They need it for what they're going to eat. So they want to bite people, and that's why they have these defense mechanisms. They have a big hood, they make noise. They want to let you know that they're there so you have the opportunity to kind of get away, which is actually an awesome thing, because again, they don't want to bite people. The interaction, unfortunately, it's going to happen because there's tons of people where they're from, there's tons of these snakes. So it's going to happen, but if if you know what to expect, you know kind of how to deal with it, you're not afraid of them, you don't go to kill them. A lot of bites happen when people try to kill them for no reason. Obviously, bad idea. But you just leave them alone. They're going to go on their own way. Such a beautiful animal. Okay, folks, so that is going to conclude episode 1 of the Venom Vault with the Indian or the spectacle cobra. If you have any more questions about this species, please comment below. If you have any suggestions for future videos we might be doing on venomous animals, let us know. We could feature you in the next video. And please like and subscribe. Please stay scaly, my friends.